So, Jono, welcome back. We're not quite back for pre-season just yet, but fans who follow you on social media will know you've been on holiday abroad recently. How was it to get away and have a nice little break from football?
Best time of the year, I think. You know, with all the pressure of life and especially football, it's nice to have a little break with the family. Go to the same place every year and nice and relaxed. And to be fair, once you get to the last few days of the trip, you get fed up with the wife and kids. You're champing at the bit to get back to work and football. So it was a nice break, but I'm glad to be back.
Of course, it's not just you that's been away. I'm sure our squad have been enjoying themselves. What's been the general message from you to them? Is it just been a case of keeping yourself fit constantly, or have a few breaks once the season ended and get back to it when the time comes?
Yeah, when you get to the level that we're at in football, and I include the NPL, you know, a lot of the players do things right. You know, they tend to take their holidays at the right time, probably during May and June before pre-season starts again. So, from our point of view, we won the league. You know, we had a good time. We celebrated for a couple of weeks. We went on the trip to Portugal, which was fantastic to be together with the boys. We've had various award nights, but I suppose you as soon as it's done, really. Without wanting to sound arrogant, we did it quite early, thinking about what next season looked like. We was in February and March, being 8, 9, 10 points clear, being able to sort of have a plan A and a plan B, what it would look like if we went up, what it would look like if we stayed down. So we started to put plans in place. Once the season had finished, it's just a case of the lads recharging. You know, get away from football. As I say, a lot of the lads will carry on playing five-a-side with their pals. A lot of them go mountaineering nowadays and these big walks that they go on and they keep themselves fit and fresh. So I don't think it's like when I used to play where people just go and eat rubbish for 2 months and end up on the lash for 2 months. I just don't think that's the way anymore. So lads will be in good condition when they come back, and hopefully they've looked after themselves, knowing that there's a massive challenge ahead.
We just talked about the players there. Moving on to most recent news, we've added 4 new ones in Brad, Tom, and most recently Josh and Finn. Just how important has it been to tie those players down, and what can we expect from their arrivals?
Me and Bird again spoke about this a long time ago. That our recruitment plan was about signing young, hungry players from the league we just come from. You know, that we wanted to sign the very best that were available to us. In Josh, Brad, and Finn, we've certainly done that. You know, 3 fantastic players that have been on our radar for years. From Brad and Josh's case, 2 lads that we tried to sign on numerous occasions at other clubs that we've just not been able to do. Finn is probably the best young player, you know, 23 and under in non-league football, one of the most talked about players. His goal contributions over the last 2 seasons have been over 100. And when you think that's from the left-hand side of the pitch, by the way, as a left winger, the numbers are astonishing. So he's somebody that as soon as we knew that he wasn't going to be contracted this year, we had to make contact. So we've signed up what we believe the very best players from the league that we're in. Tom Walker, he's someone that me and Burn worked with at Salford. I do believe, and I've said it countless times, that his signing when we took him to Salford was the catalyst for us really pushing on and winning the league. The bloke is an unbelievable football player. And you know, out of that group of 4, 2 of them are left footers. We were very short of them last year. We only had Scott and Isaac Mody in the whole squad that were lefties, so it gives us a little bit of balance. But it's nice. I said this last year, I think 12 months ago. It's nice being able to stand here and talk to you, knowing that we've nailed all our targets. You know, we've only brought 4 lads in. The squad was ridiculously strong anyway. We rewarded everyone with new deals that we wanted to keep. Everyone's tied down. There's the news now that's come out in the National League North that you can have an 18-man squad using 5 subs. So you essentially can change half your team. So what we know is that we'll have one of the best squads in that league, you know, regardless of budget, size of club or anything else. We might not always be able to put the best 11 players on the pitch, but our squad will be as strong, if not as stronger than anybody else's.
You just touched on the new contracts there. We've given new contracts to a whole host of our title-winning squad. Do you feel like your team is set for next season, or can we expect some new additions and perhaps some departures?
As I said, you know, the big thing for us was creating competition. We wanted to sign some leaders, which we have done in especially Josh's and Brad's case, both been captains of football clubs. We wanted to sign leaders, we wanted to sign serial winners, lads that are used to winning games of football. All 4 of the new lads are champions from different years, whether it be this year or last year or the year before, and in some occasions, have done it on a number of occasions. So there were specific targets that we had for the type of players coming into the group, but it was about competition for places. You know, we've got a squad now, we think probably about 22, 23. We're going to carry an 18-man squad on match day. We're going to have injuries, we're going to have bans. We need to make sure that we've got competition all over the pitch, whether that be for Mateus in goal with Brad Rolls, or whether that be Jordan Hume up top with the likes of you and Banj. You've got to be competition all over the place, and if we can make the right type of changes during the game, you know, it strengthens our position going into the last sort of 10-15 minutes of a match. So we're in a good position. Obviously, them deals that we put down were as a reward. We're not lost any players that we didn't want to lose, but everyone's got to earn the right. You know, we've just won the league by 10, 11 points, and we've signed some quality players, but everyone's going to be champing at the bit, coming in, pushing each other, and with the quality that's added to it, everyone's got to be on the toes.
Moving on to pre-season, of course, it's creeping up on us now. It's just around the corner. What are you most looking forward to as the games begin again and you can get a real look at your players on the pitch?
Yeah, I'm just excited, to be fair, Kieran. I'm just, me and Birmingham speaking about, this is the big league that you're stepping into. I do believe, you know, I think obviously the Championship to the Premier League is a big old jump, and I think National League to League Two is a big jump. But I think that the NPL to National League North is a massive jump for clubs like Radcliffe and Marine that have never been at that level before. So I'm just dead excited to see how we as a football club and as a fan base take to them big days. You know, travelling to places like Scunthorpe, Kidderminster, Chester, massive football clubs, ex-league clubs. Hereford, you know, another giant football club. So I'm really excited for the whole football club that we get to experience them type of clubs, them type of days out. You know, the only time in the past in the history that you played them type of clubs have been FA Cup draws. So to be doing that every week, you know, it's special. But we ain't there to make up numbers. You know, you can tell by the signings that we brought in, the lads that we've kept in the building, the lads that we signed 12 months ago. You know, had a plan behind it for last season, this season, and beyond. So we feel we're in a strong position. We feel like we can come in to National League North and make some real noise. We're really excited about getting back on the training ground, seeing how good it works. And the best thing for coaches and managers is trying to make your squad tie in and being able to put a good 11 on the pitch each week. And that's probably the bit I'm looking forward to, is working with the boys.
Finally, have you got a message to the fans? They'll be agonisingly waiting for pre-season to get going again, as well as the National League North campaign, of course.
Yeah, I don't think there were many football clubs in the whole of England that had an increase in support base like we did last year. You know, I think it was something like 550, 600 extra supporters on the average attendance. It is incredible numbers. It even shocked us. You know, and that's 2 local lads coming in to manage the football club. We can be bigger. You know, we showed at the back of the season the 17, 18, 1900 supporters coming through the gate, 2,000 on 2 or 3 occasions. We can get bigger crowds, but I just want everyone to enjoy themselves. You know, as I said, we're going to cities, let alone football clubs, cities like Oxford and Chester, visiting football clubs like Scunthorpe United. They were in the Championship 10, 11 years ago. These are proper names in football, and we're there to make our mark on it now. And I think the part that the supporters played last season, it goes beyond words. It was absolutely incredible, home and away. We've got to go again. You know, we know how excited they all are. We speak to them quite often, and it's going to be unbelievable for everybody at the football club. So get down, support the boys, get your season tickets bought. You know, they've got to be the cheapest season tickets in football, and get behind the lads again. Yeah, but it's going to be amazing.